Hello, we're having another Zoom in with the Chamber, and today our special guests are from Wabash Area Development Incorporate. I have Lena Hicks. She is the Executive Director and CEO, and Debbie Myers. She is the Wabash County Manager, joining us today. And we'd like to talk a little bit about what we know in our local area as WADI. WADI is a community action agency. It's a private non-for-profit that was organized in 1965 by a group of concerned citizens in Wabash County. Today, the counties that are oversaw are Wabash, Edwards, Hamilton, Wayne, White, Gallatin, and Saline counties. Did I get that all right?
You did.
Okay. They have a variety of different programs to assist low-income households. Some would be their low-income energy assistance program. They do some weatherization, some rental assistance, emergency food and shelter. Here locally, they do have some different programs. They have a local program, and they have a few programs they do with our local ministerial alliance. Operation Share is a big one that most people have heard of, along with back to school supplies. And then, of course, everyone knows that WADI has a food pantry, and a lot of people utilize those services. Head Start is another big one that is for children, a program for education and daycare. Anything I missed there, ladies?
I think you pretty much have it covered.
Okay. And then here in Mount Carmel, Debbie, you are located at 119 West 12th Street.
Right. We're in Dr. Henning's old dental office is how most people know us.
And that's across from the First General Baptist.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. You're in the hospital neighborhood. Everyone knows where that
is.
Yes. Okay, so the reason I thought it would be great to interview you both is it seems like there's a lot going on with need right now. There's some people that have received stimulus money, and then some people haven't. There's people that are on unemployment while they're off work, and then there's some people that are not. And so it seems like there's probably an increase in need in some of your services. So can you tell me a little bit about that, if anything has changed since COVID-19 has started?
We have seen an increase with the food pantries, and I know Debbie will elaborate on that in a little bit, but we're seeing a lot of new people that we haven't had in before coming in for the food pantries. We are doing curbside only, so people don't have to sign. There's no contact. But we are trying to keep track of how many come in. That way we can report to state and federal funding sources just how much of an increased need that we've had. We're also still taking LIHEAP applications for our services. We've been able to do a lot of things remotely. We have drop boxes at all of our locations now. So anybody dropping off information, they're available to do that. We're taking information by fax. Also, if people can do screenshots or email, any way we can get documentation in to still provide the services is what we're trying to do. All of our agency phones for the offices have been routed to cell phones. So people calling in, they don't have to remember new numbers. All they do is call the regular office number. And if somebody doesn't answer right away, what they'll do is make a call back within 48 hours.
Okay. And if you guys are still taking applications for energy assistance?
Correct. And that has been extended until June 30th of this year.
Are you doing that remotely, or how can I get signed up for that if I needed to?
If you call into the office, yes, we are taking applications remotely. The state has given us a few forms that we complete so that we're able to take the documentation, whether you send it in by email, fax, if you drop off your documentation at the office in one of the drop boxes, any of those methods. But if you call in to make an appointment, someone will get back with you and set up, how the best way you can get your documentation is.
Okay, so a lot of it's
excuse me,
phone probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually working out pretty well. It's kind of surprising how well it has worked out. a lot of people are computer savvy and can get us the information electronically, but we also, people mail it to us. Or our drop boxes have been a real help. Every morning it's usually full of information I need to complete applications. So we're getting the work done.
So technology has been a good key player in helping with this.
Yes.
Correct.
Moving right along, aren't we? Okay, Debbie, have you seen any change locally in food pantry and different needs like that?
Most definitely. We've had people come that have never been here before. They're in a completely different situation. And it kind of goes to show how things can change. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we would have never thought this was going to happen, that everything would be shut down the way it is. So I'm very thankful that we're here, and I'm very, very thankful for the community. They support us so well here in Wabash County. We've had a couple major food drives, lots of donations, and it's enabled me to be able to buy food to help a lot of people. The people here in Wabash County are just amazing as how helpful they are, how giving, and it's greatly appreciated by so many people.
Debbie, if I had some food to give, to donate, how would I get that to you? Do I need to call ahead?
It's best if you call ahead and let us know. We have people, if they say they're coming at 1 o'clock with food donation, we keep an eye out for them. A lot of times I'll ask them to call when they pull up, and we do it as best we can with as little contact as possible. We'll take the shopping carts out and get the food and bring it in. We're trying to keep everybody as safe as we can and still help as many people as we can.
Your phone number, if anyone needs it, is 262-4151.
Yes.
That's correct. And if I don't really know what to buy you, would you take my money?
Of course. When people ask what to buy, I like to suggest what is your family's favorite meal, and just get the ingredients for that. We do have refrigeration and freezer space here, so we can accept anything.
That's great.
But say your family really likes tacos, get it, some taco shells, some hamburger, cheese, and tomatoes, and pack it in seasoning and drop it by. That makes a meal for someone.
I bet that would be special too, to be able to get the cheese and the tomato and the beef. A lot of times when I think about donating, I try to only buy, shelf stable items.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Most people do it. It depends on how someone can drop off the items to us. If it's a big food drive at a church or something, you're obviously going to take the canned goods and things. But if you're bringing it directly here, you might have the possibility to go pick up some of the fresh fruit and fresh vegetables, cheese, dairy products, things like that.
Debbie, is there any items, a couple of things that people are really requesting at this time?
Had a lot of people ask for toilet paper, and we have been able to give that out. The last couple food pantries, we've been able to give that out at least one roll to everybody. I know that's not a whole lot, but it helps. Meat, people have asked for meat a lot. We've been able to get some lettuce from Joy Lane Produce. They've been helping us out, giving us a good deal on that, and people have been really appreciative of getting fresh vegetables like that.
Great. Is there anything else we could be doing locally to help you guys out?
Continue doing what you're doing. Everybody's support means a lot to us. The donations are great. They've enabled me to place some food orders, and we do keep the money here locally. I try to buy it here in town. It just helps everybody out.
Lena, do you have anything to add?
I'd just like to add the staff at WADI have been so dedicated. When this first started, we had county managers calling in saying, can we please keep the food pantries open? How can we continue to provide services? So we didn't have a lot of staff just up and want to stay home, being fearful of what's going on and the circumstances. So in all of our counties, we've only had a few people take time off. So, you know, a big shout out to the WADI staff that they're doing an excellent job. And, you know, hopefully we're going to meet as much of the community need as what we can.
That's great. I don't know if many people remember this, but I used to work with Lena and Debbie. So it's
Yes,
really
you
nice
did.
to see you both. And you just keep going and giving. And I think it's wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you for having us, Leslie.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Then again, if anyone is interested in donating, you can call WADI, call Debbie. Her phone number is 262-4151. Thank you, ladies.
And could I add one more thing here real quick?
Go ahead.
Also use that number if you need help. Don't be ashamed to ask. This is a totally different time right now. We're here to help you. So we will help you if we at all possibly can. Just, you know, please give us a call. And if we can't help you, we can refer you possibly to someone that can. But we've got a lot of resources here and we would very much like to help.
We spoke a little bit before we started recording, and you had said a lot of the utility companies are deferring late payments right now, and the concern is when they're not doing that, people will have maybe a large bill that they have to overcome. So those are some things that you guys are thinking about is how do you make that work, and getting people signed up before they're in a huge mess with being shut off with their power, their water, or any of those things.
Correct. And we do have some opportunity for additional funding through LIHEAP. I'm not sure if I said or not, it has been extended through June 30th. So definitely apply if you have not. If you're below 25% on propane, that qualifies as emergency help. So definitely be calling into the offices before you get shut off. You know, don't wait until the end of June because LIHEAP won't be available at that point. So definitely take advantage of the services. We look at receiving additional funding through Head Start, additional funding through our community service block grant. So at this point, you know, call in for the services while we have the money available to help.
Do you have on your website the income guidelines so people can check that out ahead of time?
Yes, we do.
So what is that? That's one thing I don't memorize.
Oh, let's see. Help me out, Debbie. It's been a long time since I've went to our address. That's embarrassing.
www.wadi.
It's just dash. I think
WADI-INC.com.
Correct.
So.
I just looked it up, and that's what we have on the chamber website. So
yes.
Anyone that can't find it, I'm sure if you Google search it, or if you go to wabashcountychamber.com and search for WADI, any of those ways you'll find that information.
Or give us a call and we'll be glad to tell you what the income guidelines are too.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for your time today, and we will be talking to you again sometime.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.